Just a mere 24 hours ago, the Toronto Blue Jays couldn't get any offense going against Nestor Cortes Jr. and the New York Yankees. Tonight, Vladdy Jr. is like, boys, I got this. Hop on my back. And the Blue Jays win it 6-4 over the New York Yankees. You're probably, obviously you guys are wondering, well, you're not in your normal spot. My lovely girlfriend allowed me to do the video here, so bear with me, guys. It might not be too loud because I can't be too loud around here, but I just got to get excited because Vladdy Flippin' Guerrero Jr. hit a hat trick tonight. And it wasn't just a bunch of wall scrapers. The first one was, but the other two, flat out moonshots. And the Blue Jays beat the New York Yankees 6-4 at Yankee Stadium and improved now to 4-2 on the season and take the series lead 2-1. Obviously, 2-1, and you look to win the series tomorrow night. But before we get to all that stuff, let's break down this game because there are so many different moving parts to this baseball game, all right? Top of the first inning. You always want to get on a pitcher early, and that's been the story of the season for pitchers all around baseball is that first inning. It's been a really tough thing for a lot of pitchers. Just look at Jose Barrios, right? Couldn't get out of the first inning in his first outing. And in that first, a hanging breaking ball from Garrett Cole, and Vladdy's like, oh, you don't do that to me, because he crushes it to dead center field. And Aaron Hicks almost got it, but it's just out of his reach, and it's out of the ballpark. And the Blue Jays have a 1-0 lead in the first inning. Exactly what you want to see after the Jays put up a goose egg last night. Get on the board in the first inning. You love to see it. We go to the second inning, and Vladdy playing first base, obviously, stretches to make a play, kind of gets his hand in the baseline, gets stepped on by Aaron Hicks. You end up seeing it, and he's got blood. He's got blood on his fingers. It is not pretty. He's shaken up. It took some, obviously, he had to get bandaged up and everything. But what happens the next inning, or was it the next half inning? Vladdy comes up, right? Blood on his hand and everything. And gets a 98-mile-an-hour fastball inside, off the plate from Garrett Cole. And Vladdy turns on it, and his swing is so beautiful. Pull the hands in, barrel the ball, and he just destroys it to left center field, and he hits another home run. This time a 2-run shot. Bo Bichette comes in to score in the play, and just after getting his freaking fingers stepped on, he just hits a 2-run bomb off of Garrett Cole on a pitch that nobody has any business hitting out of the ballpark. And now the Jays are up 3-0 in the top half of the third. Exactly where you want to be. And it's great stuff. Jose Barrios to this point is dealing. We go to the bottom half of the fifth inning, right? Barrios goes out there. I believe he got the leadoff guy out. But then Anthony Rizzo takes him deep. Then Aaron Judge takes him deep, back-to-back jacks. And just like that, it's a 3-2 game. Then Josh Donaldson gets a double. Then DJ LeMahieu gets a double. And just like that, we are tied at 3. Barrios did incredible through 4. And he even started the 5th with an out. But just really struggled after that. Obviously, that might have been 3rd time through the order. It might have only been 2nd time. No, Rizzo's top shot. So it must have been 3rd time through the order. But either way, Barrios obviously a much better outing than his last one against the Texas Rangers to start the season, but did not finish the way he wanted to. However, it's still a 3-3 game. Lots of baseball to play. Now we hear as the game moves along, Teoscar Hernandez takes a swing, feels some discomfort, ends up leaving the game with what the Jays call left side discomfort. So what that means, we know he had an oblique strain, I believe it was a year or 2 ago, and he only went on the 10-day IL and came back right after that. So we obviously don't know the severity of this for Teoscar. We'll obviously get more news as the days go along. Maybe probably hear more tomorrow. He'll probably get a second opinion and whatnot. But let's get back to this baseball game. Because after a 3-3 game, they have all the momentum in the world. We go to the top half of the 7th inning with Kevin Gausman on, George Springer with 2 out. They bring out, Loaisiga? They bring out Loaisiga, right? Chad Green gets in a little trouble with 2 out. And they bring in Loaisiga, and George Springer gets a 97-mile-an-hour fastball down and in, and he gets barreled the ball and knocks it over the shortstop's head into center field for a base hit, and the Blue Jays get the lead back. It's now a 4-3 game. Obviously, it's a 1-run game, though. It's obviously you can't sit back because it is the New York Yankees in New York. It's a 1-run game that can change like that. See how they scored 3 in the 5th inning, right? Anything can happen. But I got to give credit to 2 guys. One is Adam Simber. He was phenomenal. He's been phenomenal all season long to this point. Obviously, it's very early, but he's been great. He was great all last season for the Blue Jays. He's been great so far this year. And Yimi Garcia, right? You just took the 4-3 lead. And I always say in my videos, I'm like, look, when you score a run to either take the lead, tie the game, get back in the game, whatever, you want your pitcher to go out there and throw you a 0 in that next half inning. Well, after Simber threw the 0, after the Yankees tied the game, right, that inning, the Jays get on the bats. They get the run from Springer, right? Everyone's hyped up. The Jays got the lead back. Yimi Garcia goes out there, faces the top of the damn lineup, allows one hit, gets a strikeout, and nothing else doing. Clean job for Yimi Garcia. Jimmy Garcia. Got to keep remembering that. It's not a J. Or it sounds like a J, but there's no J. Anyways, either way, he does a phenomenal job in his inning of work. And what does that do? That brings the Jays back up to bat again. And who comes up again? Vladdy Jr. And he's facing Jonathan Loaisiga, a guy with a very good fastball. What does Loaisiga do? 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Inside, off the plate, albeit it's middle, but it's middle in, off the plate. Vladdy's like, I just crushed 98 in, deep from Garrett Cole. 95 Swiss cheese at this point, and he pulls it, and it goes into the second deck in left field. For his third home run of the game, the Hattie for Vladdy. And the Blue Jays extend their lead. It's now a 5-3 game. You know, and Loaisiga, the Jays start touching them, you know, start piecing them up a little bit as the inning goes along. Even Matt Chapman gets the RBI single, scoring Lourdes Gurriel Jr. in that same inning, in that top of the 8th, to give the Jays now a 6-3 lead. See what happens when you score that run. You get a clean inning, and it just keeps your bat hot. Everyone's pumped to get on the sticks. Vladdy gives you, Springer gives you the lead back. Everyone's pumped. Your pitcher goes out there, throws a good clean inning, gets the top of their lineup, and you go back out there. You score 2 more runs, and now you've doubled up the lead. It's now a 6-3 game. Now in the bottom half of the 8th inning, off of Trevor Richards, Gleyber Torres, it's a solo bomb, and they end up getting a runner on base. So it's like, okay, tying runs at the plate. He gets out of it, no problem. Jordan Romano goes out there, shuts the door as always. Save number 27, I believe, in a row for Jordan Romano, building on his Blue Jays franchise record. He continues to do great things. And the Blue Jays, after giving up that 3-0 lead, are able to withstand that, build another lead, and hang on to beat the New York Yankees 6-4 at Yankee Stadium. They beat Garrett Cole. Obviously, it doesn't count as a loss for them. But they beat the Yankees with Garrett Cole on the mound. Was a $324 million man. They beat him. Jose Barrios was much better in the game today. Obviously, we would have loved to see him get out of that 5th inning with minimal damage. Maybe the back-to-back jacks, and that's it. And then they had that extra couple of hits. She struggled there. But again, it's a step in the right direction for Barrios. You played the Yankees in New York, and you went 5 innings, a 3-run ball. Honestly, I'll take that from Barrios, especially the way that first start went. You got to find a way. And a second time through the rotation now, so you want to start seeing guys do better. And he was much, much better today. All right, let's get to the stats here real quick. Vladdy, I believe that's his second career 4-hit game. And he went 4 for 4 with 3 runs scored, 4 RBIs on 3 bombs. He had half of the Jays' hits today. The team had 8. He had 4 alone, 3 of which left the ballpark. He's a monster. Absolute monster. He now leads the big leagues in home runs. I had to check that up. Actually, before tonight, I'm not sure if anybody hit the home runs tonight other than Vladdy, but I don't care. The Jays also only struck out 7 times, and that's a really good sign for the Toronto Blue Jays, right? You had Garrett Cole on the mound. They brought in Chad Green. They brought in Loaisiga, and he only struck out 7 times through 9 innings. They did a really good job finding a way to not K. And it's putting the ball in play is so underrated in this game of baseball, right? Obviously, the strikeout is at a massive high right now, and people say, well, guys like Joey Gallo strike out 1,000,000 times, but he has a great OPP. He crushes baseballs. That's great. But if your strikeouts are the most useless thing on the planet, it gives you nothing. And the fact that the Jays only had 7 today, and they were able to move guys across, and obviously the Chapman single there in the 8th inning, kind of doing some small ball stuff as well, you love to see it from the Toronto Blue Jays. Now, pitching staff, obviously Jose Barrios, 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 5 Ks. Again, wasn't as good. Walked 3 guys. That's not Jose Barrios. No matter what, 5 innings of 3 runs is not bad, and 5 Ks. But the 3 walks, that's still not Jose Barrios. He's still not where he wants to be, but he was much, much better today. Adam Simber picks up the win in the game today. He goes a clean inning, no hits, no walks, no Ks, no runs. Just a clean job for him. We talked about Jimmy Garcia. He was a lot better today. A lot better today. He's been great all year. 1 inning, 1 hit, and a strikeout for him. And Trevor Richards obviously gave up the solo shot to Gleyber Torres in the 8th, but he went in an inning, allowed a couple hits, 1 run, struck out 2 guys, and Jordan Romano picks up his 4th save of the year. The Jays have 4 wins, so Jordan Romano has had to save all of those games, 1 inning, 1 hit, and a strikeout for him. All right? Now, did I leave anything out here that I wanted to touch on? Nope, I did not, and let's move to tomorrow. The finale of the 4-game set against the New York Yankees goes tomorrow night, 7:05 first pitch at Yankee Stadium. It's going to be another tough contest on the mound. Kevin Gausman gets the ball for the Toronto Blue Jays, and Luis Severino gets the ball for the Yankees. So 2 really good arms. Obviously, you saw a great pitching matchup today with Garrett Cole and Jose Barrios, and you see Gausman and Severino tomorrow. It's going to be a damn good matchup tomorrow night, all right, Jays fans, as the boys look to not only win back-to-back games, but win this series 3-1. That'd be a great way to start the season against the division, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the game tonight, smack that like button. Do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button. You guys are not already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? The Twitter link is down below, so follow up, send me a DM, all that great stuff. The Instagram link is also down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys Leafs edition tomorrow night, I believe. Thursday. They host the Washington Capitals at Scotiabank Arena, 7 o'clock puck drop there. As for the Toronto Raptors, we'll talk to you guys on Friday, as we'll be breaking down round 1 of the NBA playoffs between the Raptors and 76ers. It gets going on Saturday, but I'll talk to you guys on Friday for the round 1 preview. All right, and for the Toronto Blue Jays, as we talked about, their next game is tomorrow night, the finale of the 4-game set against the New York Yankees at Yankee Stadium. Kevin Gausman gets the ball for the Blue Jays. Luis Severino gets the ball for the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. 7:05 first pitch there. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the game tonight. We'll talk to you guys then.